Hello friends, this is Swami. Today we are going to discussing topic is a thermodynamics. So thermodynamics is a very important topic in a NEET JEE or KCET point of view. So then thermodynamics. So thermo means what? So thermo is nothing but a heat. So dynamics means motion. Right? So thermodynamics, it is a branch of physical chemistry which deals with it is a branch of physical chemistry which deals with heat energy and their interconversions. So interconversions is nothing but a physical or chemical conversions, right? So thermodynamics, it is a branch of physical chemistry which deals with the heat energy and their interconversions, right? So interconversions, maybe it may be physical change or chemical change, whatever their conversion. So that we are discussing in the thermodynamics here, right? So what are the terms are involving in? What are the terms involves in thermodynamics? So what are the terms are involving in thermodynamics here is, so in that system plus surroundings, so that equal to universe. So universe is nothing but a system plus surrounding here, right? So these are the terms are involving what is the system and what are the surroundings here. What is the system and what is the surrounding here is, so system, if any thermodynamic reaction is happening here, whether it is physical or chemical thermodynamic process which is happened here, so whatever the reaction which can happen here, so that can be happened under the observation or investigation. So that is nothing but a system here. So let us say, for example, here the thermodynamic process is happening here. So this is a thermodynamic process is happening here. Here the heat or work, whatever here, right? So this heat or work can be happening here under the observation. So that is nothing but a system here. Here the reaction is happening here, and this reaction will be under observation or investigation. So that is nothing but a system. So let us say, for example, here the reaction is happened in this. It is nothing but a system. Right? So apart from this system, so that is nothing but a surroundings. Here, right? So both system and surroundings, so that is called as a universe. Right? So system is very simple here. So any thermodynamic process which can be happened under observation or investigation, so that is nothing but a system. So apart from this system, so that is called as a surroundings. Both system plus surroundings, that is nothing but a universe, right? So then this system, so this is a system. So apart from this system, so remaining is called as a surroundings, right? So this system and the surroundings, that can be separated by a boundary. Right? So obviously then this system and this surroundings, that can be separated by a boundary. So this boundary, how it will this boundary here is, so this boundary may be a imaginary boundary, sometimes imaginary boundary, right? So this boundary may be real boundary. That boundary may be real boundary, right? So this boundary may be a rigid or non-rigid boundary, right? So this system and then surrounding, which can be separated by a boundary. So that boundary we are calling as a that boundary may be a imaginary boundary, that should be a real, that should be a rigid, that should be a non-rigid. So boundary is nothing but a, so which can be separated by a system and the surrounding here. So let us say for example, so this is a system and remaining part is in a surroundings here. So which can be separated by a like this boundary. It is an, let us say for example, if we are considering this is a boundary line. So this is nothing but a boundary here. It is a boundary which can be separated by a inside this system and surroundings outside of this surrounding here, right? And this boundary wall we have now, right? So this boundary wall, we have a two types of boundary walls we have. So that is a one is a right. So diathermic wall, diathermic wall, right? So another one is a adiabatic wall. So what is the difference between this diathermic wall and adiabatic wall here? So this is a system and it is a surrounding, right? So then here the whatever the thermodynamic process it is happening here, heat or work, whatever the happening in this process, right? So the energy can exchanging from system to surrounding. Energy can exchanging from system to surrounding. So diathermic wall is nothing but a conducting. Exact word what we have to call this one is a, it is a conducting, right? So it is a whatever the energy which can be exchanged system to surrounding, which means which is a conducting the, right? So work, heat, whatever here. So that wall we have to call it as a diathermic wall here. So another wall is an adiabatic wall. What is the adiabatic wall here means? So which does not conducting, means which cannot exchanging heat or work from system to surrounding, surrounding to system here. So that is nothing but a adiabatic here. So completely which is an insulated, right? So this type of system we are saying as a adiabatic one. So simply we have to call it as a non-conducting. So these are the terms are involving in thermodynamics, right? So next we have to discuss in types of a system. So next another topic is types of system. So here we have three types of system. So one is a open system. So first one is a open system, right? So what is the open system? Then what we have to call this open system? Here what is a open system here is, so here we have a one thermodynamic process. Here it is a thermodynamic process can be happening in this. Thermodynamic process can be happening here. So we are giving here heat, whatever here. Here the heat energy can exchanging from here system to surrounding. Here heat energy can exchanging from system to surrounding. So let us say for example, these are the water. If you are giving that heat energy means, and this water molecule can heat up. After heating is what happened? Here this matter can exchanging from system to surrounding here, right? Here in this system, what we have to observing in this system is, here the energy is exchanging, or the same way matter also exchanging here, right? At such type of system we have to call it as a open system, and this system may be in open condition only. If we are considering this is one of the vessel, in this vessel if we are giving the heat to this vessel, the heat can be exchanging to this system. At the same way this matter also exchanging here, exchanging from system to surrounding here, right? In this process, so energy is exchanging as well as, so then matter also exchanging here. So such type of system we have to call it as a open system here, right? A system can exchange matter and energy. So this system we have to call as a open system. That system we are calling as a open system. Then second one is a closed system. Closed system. Second one is a closed system. Here the same process we have to take here. So we have to take as a one vessel here, right? In this vessel should be in a closed condition. It is in a closed condition here. It is in a closed, right? So if we are giving the heat energy to this system, so then this heat can be exchanging from here to here. Heat can be exchanging from here to here, but here matter cannot be exchanging here. So why? Because that system should be in closed condition here. So such a system we have to call as a closed system. In that system, only the energy only exchanging here, matter does not exchanging here. So such a system we have to call as a closed system here. A system can exchange only energy, but not matter. So this system we have to call it as a closed system. We can call this one. Then third system is a isolated system. So what is the isolated system here? Right. So in this isolated system, so energy and matter both does not exchanging here. Right. So a system, such a system, energy and matter does not exchange. So such a systems we have to call as a isolated system we can take. So the best example for this case, so we can take as a thermoflask we can take. So we can take as a thermoflask. So then let us say for example, this is a thermoflask. It is a thermoflask. So in this thermoflask we have a inside, so thermo steel or thermo glass we have. So this, if you kept anything cold or hot containing substance in this, so which cannot exchanging their energy and matter. So such a system we have to call as a isolated system. In this system, so energy as well as matter, so both does not exchanging the in this system. So such a system we have to call as a isolated system, right? So the best example for this case, so thermoflask is the best example for regarding this one. Yeah. So these are the different types of systems, so open, closed and isolated system, right? So next topic we are discussing, that is a properties of thermodynamics, so that we can discuss more. See, thermodynamic properties, or we have to call as a thermodynamic variables also we can call, right? So in any system we have a two thermodynamic properties mainly we are discussing. So then first one is an extensive property. Then another one is a intensive property. So one is an extensive property, another one is a intensive property here. So what is an extensive property? Then what is the intensive property here means? So first we can discuss about extensive property here, right? So the property which can depends on amount and size of matter. The property which can depends on amount and size of the matter, so that we are saying as a extensive property, right? So let us say for example, if we are considered as a mass, volume, right? So if mass means so weight, depending upon the weight we can take, right? So 5 kgs, 10 kgs or 15 kgs, right? So depending upon the weight only we have to consider that amount of weight. So then next size. So then size means so then volume. Let us say for example, if you are considered volume is so 5 liters volume, then 10 liters volume, and 15 liters volume. So then different volume in different containers. So that the size of the container and amount of the volume. So that both which can depends upon the, so then that is an which is belongs to an extensive property only. That property which can depends on amount and size of matter. So that is nothing but a extensive property here. That is nothing but a extensive property. We can call this one. Right. So what we have to take as an example regarding this one is so mass, volume. So mass and volume, right? So mass and volume. So internal energy, and enthalpy, gives free energy, then resistance, right? So then conductance. For all these are they belongs to extensive properties. So extensive property, so which can depends upon the amount and the size of matter, so that we are calling as a extensive properties, right? So what about the intensive property here? So property which cannot depends on amount and size of matter. So that we are saying as an extensive property, we can call this one. So let us say for example concentration. Example for concentration we can take here. So concentration is what here? Let us say for example we can take as an example for salt water we can take. So then 10 grams of salt or 100 grams of salt which can dissolving in 1 liter of water, right? That is nothing but a salt solution. In that salt solution, so you can pick in that solution, so like 1 spoon of salt solution or 1 glass of salt solution or entire that salt solution. So in these three contents are having that same concentration only. Whether 1 spoon having same salt in nature, so then 1 glass having same salty in nature, at the same way then 1 liter of that salt solution having a same concentration only. In that there is no change, right? So which means that cannot depends upon amount of the substance or size of the substance. So that we are calling as a intensive property, right? So example for that case, so best example for that case, so one is a concentration, then another one is a density, molar properties, molar properties is nothing but 1 mole of 1 molar of volume, molar entropy, molar heat capacity. So whatever that, surface tension, and viscosity, right? So for all this belongs to intensive properties here, right? So the property which can depends upon the which cannot depends upon the, right? So quantity or amount or size of the substance, that we are saying as a intensive property here, right? So based on this they have to ask the questions also. So whether it is an intensive or extensive property, how they are asking the question. So then let us say for example density we have na. So density is what here? Mass by volume. Density is what? Mass by volume. So let us say for example concentration, molarity, we want to calculate that concentration. So number of moles per volume. Here, right? So this mass and volume. So mass and volume is what here? Mass and volume is an extensive property here. But here density is a mass by volume. But we are saying as it is an intensive property here. Then at the same way, then molarity, number of moles per volume. So number of moles is an example for extensive property only. Number of moles. It is an extensive property only. So number of moles per volume, it is an intensive property we are discussing here. So at the same way, then molar properties. So molar volume, molar entropy, molar enthalpy. So whatever we are discussing here. So molar solution, how we are discussing that molar here. So number of moles per volume. Right. So in that number of moles per volume, so mass by volume here. So it belongs to a intensive property we are saying here. If anything, the question they are asking regarding this one here. So we have a one trick to solve this one. Right. So what is that trick here means? Right. So then if any property, right. So then extensive property, extensive by extensive, that property is equal to a intensive property. That property is equal to a intensive property. If anything property extensive by extensive, that equal to an intensive property here. So density is what? Mass by volume. Mass is what? Extensive property. Volume is what? Extensive property. It belongs to an intensive property. So this concentration molarity, so number of moles is belongs to an extensive property. Volume is belongs to an extensive property. Extensive by extensive, that is an intensive property here. Clear? So then they have to give this example. So whether this property is an extensive or intensive property, they have to ask the question. Yeah. Thank you.